Welcome to JMW's Inside Man YouTube channel. My guest is Julian Richards. Julian is a partner at JMW and specialist pensions lawyer. So Julian, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about mis-selling of pensions. I guess mis-selling is a little bit different from when people are scammed out of sending money. But can you just give an idea of what happens in a mis-selling scenario?
Hi, Dominic. I mean, they're largely the two scenarios are quite connected. But as you quite rightly say, if there are scammers, then people are scammed out of their pension savings, and that money is gone. In effect, it's theft. But mis-selling is slightly different. Mis-selling is, in a nutshell, persuading people who have funds in a legitimate pension saving arrangement, most typically a workplace arrangement, to take their money out of there and transfer it into either an overseas scheme or a high risk investment scheme or something that's completely inappropriate for them, that's got high charges, and that benefits the scheme and typically the financial advisors or the introducers much more than it does the individual. So typically you see people, say, for example, who have got money saved in a public sector scheme. They'll be approached by a financial advisor or an introducer with an opportunity to invest in an overseas pension scheme with promises of guaranteed investments and a massive increase in fund value, none of which appears. Funds typically fall apart and their money is lost. So they've been through the process, and it's the selling part, the mis-selling part, that is key, because the regulations around mis-selling are that financial advisors shouldn't advise people to do something unless it's clearly in their best interest financially.
And you deal with a lot of these types of claims. I mean, our pensions are our futures, Julian. What is the effect then on individuals?
Oh, so, I mean, sadly, yes, we do deal with a number, and it's kind of devastating. People who have reasonable savings, they work for a period of time, a long period of time, they've done the thing that they were supposed to do, they were advised to do, they join their occupational pension scheme, the scheme that their employer sets up for them at work, they've saved diligently, and then some fairly disreputable organisation has come along and said, well, we can do much better for you. And generally people are fairly unsophisticated about pension presentations and pension arrangements. And a lot of these introducers, these advisors, can be very, very persuasive. They put quite pressurized tactics on people who end up signing up. And then it's, at best, it's a long chase to get that money back, or at least to get some kind of compensation for those people if they lose all their money.
And how can you and the pensions team here at JMW Solicitors then help individuals who are a victim of this?
I guess there are two scenarios, really. Firstly, where an individual has been advised by an FCA registered firm, a firm registered with Financial Conduct Authority. Then if they are badly advised, if they have been mis-sold a pension and have lost out financially as a result, then they have a claim against that organisation. So we can assist in pursuing them. And yes, let's be clear that people can do it as individuals, but it can be quite complicated, and organisations can be fairly intransigent in coming back. So we tend to add some expertise and some weight when we take these claims on behalf of people, rather than them trying to take themselves as individuals. So we can pursue organisations, financial advice organisations. If the organisation has gone bust, if it no longer exists, as tends to be increasingly the situation because these organisations don't last very long, but they still were FCA registered, then we can help members with a claim to what's called the Financial Services Compensation Scheme, which again, if you were advised by an FCA registered firm, lost money as a result, and that firm has gone bust, then the compensation scheme exists to compensate you up to a maximum of about £85,000. So again, it's something that individuals can do themselves, but because of the complicated nature, particularly around the investment schemes and the way that advisors work, we can add some value there and some weight to those arguments.
Julian, thank you very much for your insight. If you'd like to contact Julian and the pensions team here at JMW Solicitors, you can email insideman@jmw.co.uk or call 0161 82 81 999. Please also subscribe to the JMW Inside Man YouTube channel for the latest legal news, hints and tips.
I'm Dominic Walker, JMW's Inside Man.